John Lennon, one of the most influential musicians and peace advocates of the 20th century, was a man of contrasts. As a co-founder of the Beatles, he helped create some of the most iconic music in history, yet his life was as tumultuous as it was inspiring. Known for his sharp wit and rebellious nature, Lennon's story is filled with moments of brilliance, controversy, and profound transformation. One of the most defining chapters in Lennon's life began in 1966, during a time when the Beatles were at the height of their fame. Lennon famously commented in an interview that the Beatles were more popular than Jesus. While the statement was meant as an observation about the declining influence of religion in youth culture, it sparked outrage in parts of the United States, particularly in the Bible Belt. Protests erupted, and some radio stations banned Beatles songs. Despite the backlash, Lennon stood by his words, apologizing only to clarify his intent. This incident revealed Lennon's willingness to challenge societal norms, a trait that would define his post-Beatles career. In 1969, Lennon shocked the world by leaving the Beatles to pursue a solo career and a life of activism with his wife, Yoko Ono. Together, they became a powerful symbol of peace and counterculture. Their famous Bed-In for Peace in Amsterdam and Montreal was a unique protest against the Vietnam War. Instead of marching in the streets, they invited the press into their hotel room, where they stayed in bed for days, promoting peace with humor and sincerity. This unconventional act generated global attention and solidified Lennon's identity as a peace advocate. One of Lennon's most enduring contributions to the world came in 1971 with the release of Imagine. This song, with its simple yet profound lyrics envisioning a world without war, borders, or division, became an anthem for peace. It reflected Lennon's deep longing for unity and his belief in the power of human imagination to transform the world. Decades later, Imagine remains one of the most beloved and widely recognized songs in history, embodying the ideals Lennon held dear. But Lennon's life wasn't without struggle. Born during World War II in Liverpool, he experienced a turbulent childhood. His parents separated when he was young, and he was raised by his Aunt Mimi. Despite her strict upbringing, Mimi supported his early love for music, famously buying him his first guitar. Even though she once said, "The guitar is all very well, John, but you'll never make a living out of it." Lennon's relationships were equally complex. His partnership with Yoko Ono was a source of inspiration, but also public scrutiny. Many fans blamed Ono for the breakup of the Beatles, though Lennon always defended her fiercely. Together, they explored avant-garde art, music, and activism, challenging traditional ideas about what a pop star could be. In the 1970s, Lennon's life took another unexpected turn. After the birth of his son, Sean, in 1975, he stepped back from the spotlight to focus on being a father, a role he hadn't embraced with his first son, Julian. He described this period as his house husband years, dedicating himself to baking bread and raising his son in a quiet life in New York City. Tragically, John Lennon's life was cut short on December 8, 1980, when he was assassinated outside his apartment building, the Dakota, in Manhattan. The news shocked the world, and millions mourned the loss of a man who had been a voice for love and peace. Even in death, Lennon's influence has endured, with his music and message continuing to inspire new generations. John Lennon once said, "Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans." His life, though brief, was a testament to the power of art and ideas to create change. From his groundbreaking music with the Beatles to his fearless activism, Lennon's legacy is a reminder that even one voice can echo across the world and through time.